We in season 3, episode 2, driver spotlight, and want to introduce our driver today, Mr. Jonathan Tannerhill.
Hello.
Hey, he drive truck 2154. Tannerhill, talk to us about your time here at Boyd, and tell us, what do you do here, and what's your goals?
All right. Well, first of all, as he said, I'm Jonathan Tannerhill, truck number 2154. Any of the new drivers coming in, if you see me in my truck, feel free to come up to me and ask me. I'm always willing to help. Understand that you drivers are new, so don't be scared. I'll give you the advice that I got. As far as talk about how Boyd has helped me tremendously. When I first got into trucking, my dad, so he was a trucker growing up and everything. I always saw him doing trucking, him making money. In my younger days, I had my son. He was young and everything. I was like, well, I got to make money. I got to be a man to provide for my family. Let me get into trucking. So I transferred over here to Boyd, and I've been making the type of money I want to make now in life, definitely. And so Boyd helped me just get my life on track to where it needed to be able to provide for my family and be the type of man that I wanted to be in this world.
That's awesome, and I'm not really sure if you've seen any podcast before this, but I've talked about my dad on a few podcasts, and because that's I went to college and all, and I had I never knew what career I would get into if football didn't work for me, and but my dad's a trucker, and I've seen him leave the house every day and provide for our family driving a truck as well. So that's just crazy that both our dads are in trucking, and it just the passion for it just kind of. And I got a strong passion. I got a lot of passion for trucking, and I know you do as well. I see how you do it. I see how you do it day to day, and you do it right. Onboarding. Since you've onboarded at Boyd, now you are an experienced driver. You in the middle of your career. What a new driver starting Boyd? What advice would you offer a new guy that wanted to onboard into Boyd, brother?
I would give new drivers the same advice that was given to me as a new driver coming in. Take your time and learn your trade. You don't need to be getting out here moving too fast, because moving fast and not knowing what you're doing causes mistakes, gets people killed. So take your time and learn your trait. Once you take your time and you learn your trait, then you can start to speed up and understand how to move faster, learn your lanes that you need to be into to make the money that you need to make. Work with your fleet managers. Your fleet managers are going to be the number one person that you need to go to if you're having a problem. They're going to get you into the space that you want to get into. They see how you run. They're the ones that deal with you every single day. So you got to deal with your fleet managers and have a relationship with them. Don't be cussing out your fleet managers either. You need to come in and have some common sense, because you get them on the bad side, well, now everybody knows, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So I would give them that advice, and always just ask questions if you don't know. I wasn't scared to ask questions coming in. I know I don't know everything. Ask questions. People are willing to learn. People are willing to teach you and help you. Boyd has a good family of drivers here that are willing to help you.
Is there any driver or anybody that work inside the office that has helped you in your career? Somebody that you maybe want to give a shout out to, here at Boyd, a fellow driver that has showed you something that you've changed in your driving career that has helped you, be a better provider, or be a better driver, or be a safer driver?
So I guess I'll start with the driver. I would like to give a shout out to Lavelle Payne. He's actually been a mentor to me as far as safety-wise, understanding how I need to be moving my truck, understanding how when seasons get slow, you cannot just give up. That's trucking. It's going to get slow. It's wintertime. This is flatbed. He's been a mentor to me as far as that understanding, because your fleet manager could tell you one thing. They could be like, oh, no, this is just the season that we're in right now. But when it comes from another driver teaching you that stuff, it makes sense, because it's not coming from, your parent, basically. Mm-hmm. And kids tend to listen to their friends. So, so Lavelle Payne, he's just been a huge mentor in me as far as moving and growing in my trucking career. Shout out to you. And as far as at Boyd in the office here in Birmingham, Nick, BJ, and Daniel, and then, of course, my fleet managers that I've had. BJ, he was my fleet manager originally.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then Skyelar and Mike, they've all been great help. And whenever I got a problem, I come to them. We get it solved. I don't have many problems because I try to just do my job and not cause problems. But when I do have a problem, you guys have always been here for me. Nick told me day one when I came here, he said, if you have a problem, come to me and we'll get it handled. And he's always been a man of his word. BJ and Daniel as well, and Mike.
And that's what we try to do, guys. And Lavelle, glad to hear that, dude. That you've made an impression on one of our drivers, man. We always, like I said, we always advertise family, and we hope there are more drivers out here helping, our youth become the guys that they want to be. So Lavelle, if you get around the terminal, make sure you come see me. I got a shirt and a hat for you, man.
Lavelle is always out there helping drivers.
There you go.
Drivers come to him all the time, and he's teaching them, even if it's just a simple throwing strap. He's out there like grandpa helping out the kids.
Yep. And it's very appreciated. So, and if you're not going to get here for a while, just make sure you contact me whenever you watch this episode. Want to get something to you to show our appreciation because, you don't get a chance to see Lavelle a lot because he's always trying to make it happen. And Lavelle is a great guy. I spent a lot of time down there in Florida. I think he's originally from Nebraska.
Yes.
And then he moved to Florida, and he kind of just, he kind of stay around that area right there. But he make it happen each and every week. And I like to hear that he's out here, giving what he's learned from somebody and passing it on to the youth so they can be successful as well. So Jonathan, just one more question I want to ask you before we dig into some more stuff. If you could provide the Boyd fleet or all listeners out there, to any trucker that's out here listening, to something that you've learned that's important to your trucking career that has helped you, what would it be?
Something in my trucking career that has helped me. Well, I've had many things that have helped me, but the number one that I want to stress is move slow. The reason why I say that is because it's easy to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. You're out here, you got a lot of drivers around you all the time. A lot of drivers, they'll be rushing to try to get this stop off, then make it up to get the next pickup and down the road and then try to find parking and everything, which that is important. We got a clock running. But at the same time, and I know we all hear it from Jeff, and everybody likes to make jokes about safety and all of that, but what he is actually saying is true. And everybody, my friends and all the other truck drivers, they make jokes about me too, but they know that I'm right. They call me DOT because I like to actually climb under my trailers and do my DOT inspections and make sure I'm going down the road safely and at the correct pace and keeping my distance. The reason being is because what if that was my family out there that got killed by a truck that was doing something wrong? Then I would feel really bad, and I don't want to be the person to cause a death to someone else's family or to lose my job or anything like that. So I would stress moving slow when the time is right and safety is what I would.
Man, that's awesome because that lead to my next little deal that I was going to go over, guys, because I know, we've been experiencing bad weather pretty much throughout the country. Usually when it get bad down here, when it get, you get below 40, we don't really, spend a bunch of time putting sand and salt down. So, you have what you call black ice, that guys, you don't know it's out there, and it's just once it get below 31, it get real slippery. So just guys, over the next couple of days, make sure you pay attention to the weather, because we have had these hard freezes in the state of Alabama. Our guys are making good, safe decisions. So guys, continue to do that. Your life isn't worth, getting a load delivered. We want to take care of the customers, but we want to do it as safe as possible. And if it's not safe to be on the roads, you're the guy that's controlling that truck. So, just make sure you pay attention to the weather. And also, Tanner here said some things that I would hope all the drivers listening to this podcast would take time and think about, what he said. I think about my family being out there when I'm doing that DVIR, or I'm doing my pre and post trip inspection, because I want to look at everything. I want to make sure everything is functioning right. Make sure you're doing your pre and post trip DVIRs, reporting anything that you see wrong. Watch your following distance. Like I said, pay attention to the weather around the country, because there's a lot going on right now. Things are getting a lot better because we're out of those holidays. So just, make sure you're communicating with your fleet manager. Continue to push them on how to make you more money. And let's tear this 24 up, man. Anything you want to add before we go?
No, I mean, just to piggyback off of what you just said, we're going to make money. It's slow season right now. We got things going on, holidays. Just hang in there. Don't turn in your truck. Actually just make it through it, and then you'll get right back to making that money.
Awesome. All right, to anybody that's watching this episode, and to any drivers out here, to anybody that's watching this episode, you can see us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and any other social media site that you like looking at. We're a part of it. And to any driver that's out here looking for a truck driving career versus a truck driving job, go board.